Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Daniel's got to go. Zoom meeting. How is everybody then? So yeah, we're gonna have a play with a couple CB radios today. Just a couple that I've sort of partially restored, and I just haven't got round to finishing it and putting them back together. And the more you leave things in bits, the more likely you are to lose some of those bits, which is what's happened with the York 863. I can't find the screws to screw it all back together, but I'm sure I can find some alternative screws anyway. So who we got in? We got Michael Hyde, looks like he's in first today, and Benji is going out for some chicken. Arena Engineer, an afternoon to you, and Colin, hi Colin, Nick, Patronics, Henry the 8th, 187. How you doing, mate? Hopefully your Binatone 5-star is still going strong. So Daniel's going into a Zoom meeting very shortly. Did I fix that Def Texan ZX Harvey? Welcome. No, I've emailed Texan. I've emailed Texan direct and no reply. I had a problem with a Sangean a while back, a 909X, which was the Roberts R861. And I emailed Sangean, and they were brilliant. They were really helpful. They sent me a service manual, you know, a file of a service manual. Really, really good. But sadly, can't say the same for Texan at the moment. But it was only a few days ago that I emailed them. I think, well, when did I do it? Sunday. So probably... It was probably Sunday evening or maybe Monday. It might have been Monday actually that I emailed them. So I haven't really given them a chance to respond yet. But yeah, it's still deaf. It's deaf. It's more than deaf. It's silent. Well, there is amplifier noise there, but there's no signal. So we've got to assume that it probably is that multi IC that does everything. IF, RF. Afternoon, Doug. How are you? So yeah, the Texan is still in parts there. I've also ordered in the programming cable and the charging dock for the little handhelds. So hopefully when I get those, we can have a go at programming them and get it onto some either the amateur band or PMR. I don't think it's legal to put them on PMR though, so I need to look into that. Did you check to see if there are any protection diodes across the antenna that can become shorted? I did have the service manual, well, not the service, the schematic up on it, didn't I? I see quickly, as soon as you've asked, say we're not restricted to just looking at these CBs today. It's just something I popped up there, so we can always deviate from that, as I'm sure we will, as we normally do. Texan PL660. I've got too many files on Texan here, so I'm not sure which one is which at the moment. No, we don't want to. Okay. So the problem with this schematic is not 100%. So let me pop you onto our screen then, because as I say, if people wonder what the hell's going on, we'll get onto the CBs in a second. But this is what we looked at. Was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday, wasn't it? I tell you what, I'm losing track of the days here. So this is the circuit on the Texan PL660. Allegedly, although the IC in this one has only got 30 pins, mine's got 32. So there is some dissimilar things. So let's zoom into the antenna, as Harvey's asking if there's any protection diodes in the antenna circuit. Well, we've got this here, Harvey, 4148 times 2, D3, D4, coming directly off the antenna to ground. bear in mind we've got two antennas in this, haven't we? We've also got the ferrite in this thing as well. So, you know, the fact that we've got nothing on AM or FM or anything, I think it's a little bit more than those diodes if they were gone. But we can check them. Just having a look to see if I can see where the ferrite is. So that's the external antenna. Is that the diodes that you, I take it that's the diodes that you mean there, Harvey? Let me just get the chat back up. Hi Vernon, how are you? You can tomorrow, no worries. DE3HPG, good afternoon to you, Peter. Afternoon, Rob Titheridge. Most of the schematics are created by people tracing PCBs. Mistakes can happen. Yeah. No worries, Vernon. So you think they're worth checking those a minute, is it? Let's just grab it then. See if I can find them. So there's the one of the radios. Can anybody tell which one this is? Because they're very similar. And here's the Texan PL660. Let's see if I can spot where the hell this is. It's going to be SMD diodes, no doubt. Let me just get the other part of the case a minute. As I say, there's very little info for this. Let's see, aerial. Let's see where that fixes on. Battery compartment is down there. That goes there. Okay, I think I can see them. It's D2 and D4. Oh, D3 and D4. I can see him, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get at him. So it's D3 and D4, and it looks like they're in some sort of weird series thing. Right, let's just see. Okay, so you can see some diodes lurking there. Get the light in a bit better. Stick its own light on. I might have a bit more luck with that. So looking for D3, D4. And I don't know which one they are, but we can easily do the diode test on it. Okay. So that one's D2, D3, D4. Yeah, Texan's a nice radio. It is a nice radio. So D3 and D4 we need. So that's D4 there. And that's D3 there. So if we go to diode test, if we go black lead to there. That one's okay. And this one. That one's okay. We'll just try them the other way around. Yeah, well they're in series, aren't they? So they're going to measure both ways. Yeah, they're okay, Harvey. What's this one down here then? D2, so it needs to be that way around. Yeah. Doesn't appear to be any diode issues. So they are okay by the looks of it. Worth a shot though, isn't it? Worth a shot. So it's those two there, D3 and D4. That's the protection diodes. Just there. Worth a shot though. Afternoon, Phil. How are you? So I'm still waiting to see if I can get another one of those. The other thing that Les suggested was because I was getting a poor reading off of the what am I trying to say? Super cap. It might be worth changing the super cap just to see if that's holding back the voltage to the IC. So that's another possibility. A super cap is on this board here, I believe. Yeah. Super cap is here. It's one of those things. This isn't a very old set. Les says he was just using it one day, just turned it on and it just died. So it's not like he's connected it up to anything he shouldn't have done. It's not been reverse polarity. This is actually Les's set. So he's not done anything that he shouldn't have done with it. Put it that way. Yeah, diodes can, you're dead right, Harvey, can be a pain in the neck. Well, Mrs. Cruncher. So, let's get on to the main event then. Now this, let's get some more cameras going here. This is the pretty poorly looking York 863. Now I've still got some bits to do to this. I notice the case is very dirty still, so that's got to be cleaned up. Yeah, we understand that, Peter. I understand what you're saying, mate. I think enough said. Enough said. We understand you're not keen on CB, but CB over here is a little bit different than over in Germany, I think. Still lots of problems with foreign skip, etc. But you know, we like that. Depends whether you're listening to people you want to talk to or not, isn't it? So anyway, this is the York 863. Let me just see if I can find a picture of what this was like originally. Because if you remember, this is the one that had the illegal mod in it. It had the 80 channel mod. Say illegal, it's not legal. Back in the day it was done for a reason. People couldn't afford to buy two sets, and it's a lot cheaper to modify these sets than it was to buy a brand new one. My cables were hanging on the side there, that's not good. Let me just see if I can find Google Photos. There we are. Nah, let's see if I've got an album on this. I don't think I have. Manic Castro, Binatone 5-star, CB radios. No, that's my old ones. Okay, let me just see if I can find the original picture, because I did, it was out of a job lot that I bought last year. So I need to go to 2020. I've got so many photos in here though, it's unreal. There it is. Okay. Have I got any close-up pictures of it? I don't think I have. Let's look, see if I can find the biggest image. Probably that one. So there it is, the 863. Let's see if I can I zoom in? That's as close in as I can get. So you see the issue. I mean, all of the silver rubbed away from the buttons, the knobs, and you can see the yellow coming through. I think it had nicotine staining as well on it. A lot of scratching on the front bezel. Lots of bits come off of it where there was corrosion. So looking in a pretty sorry state, but a lovely radio in underneath. And if you remember back to the video we did, this one had the 80 channel mod. I think it was on the CBPA switch, or it might have been on the channel 9 switch. I'm not 100% sure now, but I've taken it out. I'm not sure I've put that as well. so wherever that is where the screws are to put the thing back together. So bear that in mind, the state of that as is. They'd even coloured in the front of this for some reason. I don't know why that was. Someone's used a felt tip pen and coloured the front of the knob in. But you know, each to their own. Just personalising it. Same Cybernet board as the Rotel 240. Yes, it is. It's the 134 board on these. Very good radios. Very good. So, without further ado, let's first of all show you the faceplate. It's a bit dusty. It's been sat up on the thing for a long time. Just give that a bit of a dust off. It's sat up on the windowsill. But there's our faceplate, and I'm sure you'll agree it's a big improvement. It did take a fair bit of work, this. What have I done to it? Well, what I did is I went over it with a black paint and a very, very fine paintbrush and just touched in all of the markings on it. Anything that was marked, I touched it in with black paint. And then what I did is I sprayed the bezel with like a chrome paint. See, that's come up quite nice. Sprayed it with a chrome paint, and then what I've done is I've clear coated this front. I've given it 2 or 3 clear coats. And what that's done is it's blended in all the touching up, so you can't really see it. I mean, if I zoom in close, you'll be able to see it, look, but it's a bit dusty at the moment. So if I zoom in a bit close, I'm sure you may be able to see where I've touched it up. Yeah, you can with the light shining on it, but I'm sure you'll agree that's a hell of an improvement on what it was. All the scratching down around here, which is an absolute nightmare to touch up. But you know, that is a very nice fascia now. And the knobs. Also sprayed in the chrome spray. And I actually sprayed out the bathroom doing this because Mrs. Crutcher said, "Ah, yeah, you'd be all right. It's a bit cold outside, raining. Just put some papers down and spray them in the bathroom." I sprayed the bathroom floor, didn't I? Lino. Shocking. Binatone 5-star, yeah, lovely. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot better, isn't it? So the idea today really is to try and get the radio back into some sort of usable condition. Pop it back on the test set, just make sure it's doing what it should do. And I'm pretty sure I did a tune-up on this one. I actually fixed it originally. I don't know if I actually did a video of the second part where I took the modification out. So this is the radio. As I say, it's a bit dusty. It's a bit dusty, so I need to dust it off. Dust it off, man. So I need to take that out and give that a bit of a spray off in a minute. In fact, I'm going to do that now because I want to just show you the repairs that I did on the board. Because one of the things when they do the mod is they cut the traces on the back of the board. So I've had to do a lot of rejiggling on this one. But it's like all the ones with the mods, unfortunately. So let me just go and grab the air duster. And that's the next one on the list, which is the Harrier CBX. So I'm just going to pop downstairs. I still got the microphone on, so you can't see me, but you can hear me. So yeah, the reason I was after the Harrier CBX is because it was really the first radio. Now, I've sort of been racking my brains a little bit because I've got a feeling that I probably didn't buy the Harrier CBX initially. I probably just bought the Harrier CB, and then knowing me, I wanted all the bells and whistles, so I went back and bought the CBX. But I know at the time I bought it brand new from Halfords in Exeter. So let me just, I'm just out the back here now, just getting rid of all the dust and that on here. So I won't be hanging on to this York 863, so if anybody does want one of these, one day I'll get round to putting all my CBs on my website for sale. But this is for sale. Same as Henry VIII, spotted the Binatone 5-star, so if anyone wants decent, fully sorted York 863 that's been tuned to high heaven, then you'll have to let me know. But so I'm a bit finicky over the repairs I do on them. It's all got to be neat and as close to original as possible. So you certainly will be getting a very decent radio. It's not going to be mega cheap, I don't think, because of all the work that's gone into it. But unfortunately, most get these days have been messed with. So screwdriver experts have been in them. I mean, there's people out there that know what they're doing and do a nice job on them. But the majority have been messed with. So be aware, be wary if you're buying any second-hand CBs, because they're so easy to get apart, and people like to try and get more power out of them, all the rest of it, and totally lash them up. So, right, let's get that one off the bench for a minute. Let's get the old 863 back up. So I've just been out and given it a bit of a dust off, that's all. Still got your 240. I've got a Rotel 240 here as well, Richard. I think that one had an 80 channel mod in it as well. I think this is the third one now that I've took the 80 channel mod out of. So let me get this front panel back on then. Let's get the camera angled a bit better. Actually, what I'll do is I'll give the switches a quick going over before I put the nice clean faceplate back on. I think I've already done this, but I'm going to do it again. Okay, you can't get into that one, so I have to go in from the side. And that one as well. And the pots, again, you can't really get into these. You might be able to get in through one of the rivets, potentially. They don't make it easy. I mean, there's no point trying to squirt it down the front because you just clean out all the lubrication on the pots. You can't physically get in there. Try dribble a bit through the side. It might go down in through the plastic, you never know. It's not great, isn't it, when you can't even service the pots, but then I suppose if they're sealed you can't get any muck in them in theory. They all move nice and free, that's the main thing. I'm pretty sure this has had a full tune-up. Give the switches a quick clean off. If I can find me, oh, steady. Don't roll over the Harrier CBX. So yeah, there's quite a few radios that use this chassis, this Cybernet 134. They don't necessarily have all the same bits connected on the front panel, but the board in behind is the same. Five stars are the best, no plastic to wear out. Yeah, the trouble is they suffer from that. The transfers on the front panels coming off, don't they? I've got a 5-star here somewhere. I think my 5-star had the 40 channel, 80 channel mod done to it. That was one of the other ones. Just doing these now because it's a damn sight easier to get at them now than it is when the front panel's back on. I can't remember whether I need to do the dial light on this one. Let's just power it up a minute and just check the dial light because it's better to do that now than later. Yeah, the dial light works. Display doesn't though. So let's see why our display isn't working. CB, clear norm, channel 9 off. Ah, there we are. Dimmer. works. The only thing I've noticed is I haven't got the window. So somewhere there's a little tub. It's got the window in it as well, because there's a window that fits over here like a filter. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to put this thing back together unless I can find that filter. Can't remember whether it sticks on the front, the back, or whether it just goes over the top of that. So it is working. It is working. So let me just go and get my other 863. Just want to see what that filter was, because somewhere here I've got a little container with all the screws in. I bet it's that one there that was on the floor upside down. Yeah, somewhere I've got a little container with the screws and the little filter that goes over the display. That's a pain. That's a pain, Graham. What have you done with that then? What have you done with that, Graham? So what I was trying to do today was tidy this room up, but it didn't happen. I get waylaid and that's it. Let me get the other 863 a minute. So really I've actually got two 863s for sale, because I don't want the 863s really. I just bought them because I know they're good radios. Have I got two or have I got three 863s? No, just two. There's the other one. So somewhere here there's a little tub with all the bits in. Ah, right. Yeah, it's quite a big piece that sits in there. It must be here somewhere to hand. It's not going to be far off. Ah, I found it. I found it. Still no screws, but I found the bit that I need. Because this is my other 863 twins. You can see there's a little bit of rubbing on this, and you can see that the I don't know if you can see that or not, but the front is starting to corrode on this as well, so that probably needs the same treatment, just touching up. And but to be honest, that one's not anywhere near as bad as the other one was. But yeah, the bit that's missing is this. And I've just found it. So that bit sits in there. It looks like I've polished that up as well. Okay, so I think they've used probably impact adhesive for that, because I can see where I pulled it out of here. Just wondering whether I need to polish that anymore. I don't think I do. That's pretty shiny. I think I polished that enough. We don't want to polish it into next week, do we? You've got 3 5 stars now. The Radiomobile 202, I think, is also one of the best sets of the era. Right, let's find the impact adhesive. So we'll just go with this for this one. So I'm just using good old Wilkinson's contact adhesive. Nasty, stringy, horrible stuff, but I think that is what was used originally. And somewhere here I've got some cocktail sticks. Yeah, this glue ain't good, you know. I think this glue's gone over. Yeah, it's just not, doesn't seem liquid anymore. Right, where's my bit? Okay, let's do a little tiny bit up in the corners. Right, let's let that go off for a minute. Theo, how you doing? One for spares, one mint condition, and the one you got from me. Hopefully, the one you got from me is still going strong, Henry. It's not Henry, is it? Is it Simon? I can't remember now, Henry. So apologies. Right, I'm just waiting for that to just go off a bit, and then I'll stick that on there. So I need to find some screws. Now these are countersunk screws, and I need 6 of them. As I say, somewhere I've got a little baggie with the correct screws in it. But I've got a lot of old CB radio bits. That's one. Only need a couple really just to tack it on for now. Can I find 2 though? Yes. There's 2. There's another 4 somewhere. Video Monkey, how you doing? And Jed? Incidentally, I've made a second battery now, and the glue's all gone off. I think those are too big still, you know, those screws. Yeah, I made a second PP9 with the bits that Simon sent, and I've now put a link on both of those videos. So if anyone's after those battery packs, if you go back on the videos from, was it last week? Dust on that one, look. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of static on this. There, so there's our sight glass back in. Let's let that go for a minute, but I don't think these are the right size. Let's just have a look here. I think these are too big. Yeah, they are. That's a bit of a bummer. What have you done with those screws, Graham? I would have kept them all together with that front piece, so they would have been over there. And I think they were in that little jar that's gone and scattered itself all over the floor. So somewhere here I've probably got the screws. From it. Including the case screws. I've got plenty of case screws, mind you, but what I haven't got is the ones to hold the bezel on. So we're going to have to go deeper. We're going to have to go into the screw collection. Because any screws that I find on the floor, I tend to pick up and pop in here. Oh, there's one for sure. That's one of them. Yeah, that's one. Found one. Is that one as well? Have we got two? Nope. Too big. That's definitely one. That's two down. Four to go. Another one there. Is that one or is that too big again? No, too big. Too big. Three. Although that one's not quite the right type of head on it, but it's not far off. Always pays to strip down anything that you throw away electrical as well, because a lot of these screws are out of things like toasters and kettles and things that go pop in the night. You're getting there now, you've got a full house of screws here. What I could do with really is a proper selection of different screws. CB shops used to do a few back in the day. Case screws, microphone screws. I think that's all I'm going to find. I've only got 2 short, which is a shame. I bet there is a couple in there. Yeah, there's one there. Is that too small? That might actually be too small. Yeah, that's too small. Bet that one. Okay, that's pretty small. But it is a fit. It's a fit. And that one, is that the last one? Oh, there we go, look. I've got 6 countersunk screws. They've got to be countersunk, otherwise the case doesn't sit properly. You've seen the 148 GTLs go for £400. Hi, Dr. Sysop. Yeah, the 148 GTL DX is a very popular radio over here. And it just so happens that oh Christ, it's all falling down. Oh. A rather tired looking Cobra 148 GTL DX, but nonetheless it is a Cobra 148 GTL DX. And I did show you this on Sunday as well, briefly. It's a radio that Les let me have, which is the Superstar 3600 FM, which has been converted to use a transverter for 2 and 4 meters. That's why there's all this wiring hanging out of it, but that one's going to be put back to standard and then sold on. Oh, you got the regular one, not the DX. Hi, Anthony Carter, how are you? Where did I get it? Where did I get what, Anthony? The Weir screwdriver you were using a pry. Ah, okay, that one. The IC remover. I got that on eBay, and it came through on from Rapid Electronics, actually, Anthony. Yes, from Rapid Electronics, that is. And they've got a YouTube, sorry, a YouTube. Where's the goats gone? That one's got they've got an eBay eBay page, so that's where they are, mate. It is an export radio, yes, you are right. Just quickly checking to see if I've got any more of those screws, because there's one there that's not quite got the right head on it. It is no, this one. But I think it'll do, because I think I've had enough of looking through my screw bin now. We have got 6 there that will do the job, so let's quit while we're ahead. Well, that one does look right. Oh. Is that one fit? No, that actually doesn't fit. So why have I put that one in there? Oh well, I've got to find one more. One more. there is going to be another one in here, but it's just there's hundreds of screws in here of all different shapes and sizes. I did see one just now, but it wasn't magnetic, so I didn't bother picking it out. Must have been stainless steel. There he is. You've been looking for ages. Yeah, have a look on eBay then, and if you get stuck, I'll look it up in a minute for you. Does that fit as well? Yeah, okay. Right, okay. I've got me 6 screws. I'm not going to go searching anymore. That's good enough. Clint J, how are you? Yeah, the 148 GTL is a different beast altogether. I don't think it's got FM on it. The 148 GTL DX has got FM on it, and various other bits and pieces for the export market. Right, let's get this front panel on before it decides that it doesn't want to go on anymore. I'll give that a quick clean off. Give that a quick clean off. That's me left 3 of the screws in there. Totally different chassis, yeah. And Benji might be your man for vintage hi-fi speakers. It's important you don't over tighten these. They literally just past finger tight is more than enough. Because you'll break the back of them. There we are. It's nearly got his face back on. Let's pop the buttons back on. Try and do these is get them all in the right orientation. There we are. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Much better. It's looking like a proper York now, as it should do. Dave, how you doing? Langrat's are pretty good. Old valves, yeah. Anthony Carr tumble dryer sheets are great to wipe down items that have a lot of static on them. G78BGAO. Welcome, Anthony. Good idea, though. Wonder if anyone's used Langrets. I've used Langrets quite a bit. They're pretty good, Doug. They've got an eBay page as well. So there we are, the old 863. Looking as it should. So let's get you in on the board. You can see what I've had to do to repair this thing. That's okay, that's a bit too close. Bit too close, that, Graham. Right, okay. So you'll notice that I've got some jumpers in here because these tracks have been totally cut away. So I've actually soldered solid wire to the board rather than just put jumper wires on. I've actually soldered to the board, and as I say, this track was broken to put a switch in. This track here was broken. It seems a bit of a strange light in here today, doesn't it? You can see a bit better there. So that's all done. And the other area of issue was on this board here. Where are we? We should be back there somewhere. Not too much glare on it now. So I pulled all the connections off of that, put them all back to as they should be. So I'm pretty sure I've tuned this radio up as well. So what we'll do now is we'll get some power on it and stick it on the test set, see what it's doing. Be careful I don't mark up my nice new surround as well. So pop it that way up. Sort the test set out, let's power it on. Uh, 27.9125 megahertz. Amplitude was fine. FM 1.5 kilohertz. Modulation 1 kilohertz. I messed about with this because I messed about with that because I was doing that 77 set the other day. So let me get the cases out of the way. PD out and lock detector track. Alright, okay. You certainly know your stuff, Harvey, don't you? You are the man for CB radio mods. Demodding. Sean's radio went off to him yesterday, the RP30, so that's winging its way back to Sean. So at some stage I think we'll see that on Sean's channel. It won't be for a while because he's pretty busy with his business opening back up again. Right, let's get some power on this. Let's put the test set into it. External speaker, and where's me? 259, there he is. Okay, power on. And what are we on? Channel 20, squelch back, RF gain up, mic gain up, dimmer up, and normal. Why can't I hear that? That's at channel 19. Maybe I haven't finished this. Hang on. I could have a microphone in this, so I'm going to put my dummy microphone in. I've got a transmit dummy, and I've got a receive dummy for these. There he is. Ideal. Right, I'm getting a bit backed up here with stuff now. Gonna need that in a minute. So let's change some cameras around a minute. Let's get that one down on the bench. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get this one over to the test set. Now, can you see that picture in picture? If I'm going to bring that picture in picture up a bit bigger. What's that, number 2? Number 2. Now you can see it. Right. So we're listening to 10 microvolts at the moment. Let's go down to 1 microvolt. 0.5 microvolts. That's 0.3. Still here 0.3. According to that, we've still got 13 dB synad at 0.3, so it's better than 0.3. So if I wind this down a bit, if we look at the synad here, get down to 12. Yeah, I've tuned this one up then. So we're around about 0.26, 0.27. Now Richard did say that that changes with tone, so let's go low. That's worse. High. Doesn't really make a lot of difference, does it? Mid, normal, channel on off, clear, normal. Delta tune. Delta tune's in the center position. Okay, so that's received. Let's chuck the transmitter jumper in. That should stick it straight into transmit. Okay, we need to turn the current limit up. It says we're in 430 megs, doesn't it? For some reason. Why are you doing that, you silly test set? There we are. 27,791,3132. Set's not really warmed up yet. That'll drop back down in a minute. It says it's 4.5 watts. So let's just try that on channel 40, 4.5 watts, channel 1, 4.4. It's pretty well balanced, not far off. He was a rig doctor for 10 years. You should know what you're doing. You certainly do, Harvey, don't you? So there we are. It's a little bit over. I can wind that back a little bit. In fact, we'll do that, shall we? Probably in the way of the test set there. Welcome back, Daniel. Glad your meeting's over. We need a microphone to do the deviation. What one's this? I don't know. That's an I don't know mic. What's this one? Communicator. That's got the new. It's got a new mic lead on that one. So we'll pop that in. We can check the deviation. RF gain, mic gain, deviation then. 2.7, that's a bit high. I can do the, I can set this up to do the deviation. Shall I do that? So we can actually set it by the book. No, it's going to take me too long to set that up. I've got to find another cable for the modulation output. Then I've got to put a tone into the mic socket, and it's a pain. Right, let's just get the tone generator from down here somewhere, where it lives down in behind, I hope. Oh, I moved it up. Bear with me. Let me just find my little tone generator, which should be up on top here. But I've put loads of other stuff on top of it, I think. As per usual. Fully organised. What have you done with that, Graham? I've put that somewhere safe. So safe that I can't physically find it. Which is good. Oh well. I'm going to have to tweak that a little bit then. I'm going to have to do that by whistling into it. I'm not very good. I'm not a very good whistler. Streams more interesting. Power supply voltage, that will change the RF output. Yes, 13.7. So definitely too high. Let's just drop that back a little bit. There's that one there. No. Just get that one. Should do the job. I believe it's that one from memory. 0.45. Just give it a Warlow then. And Mr. Spires is watching you want a Warlow. Afternoon generation. Warlow. 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 2.3. Oh, hello. It's decided it's going to stick. Thank you. It's peaking around 2.5. That's fine. Fine. We can check. Can we check the discriminator? Do we need to check the discriminator? We will do. Let's just take that off a minute then. Let's find my my thingamy bobber. I need the T-piece. Which was here and now it's not. I'll tell you what, the gremlins have certainly been in here, haven't they? The gremlins have been in here and messed about with all of my gear. So somewhere here I have a BNC T-piece, but it's decided that it's going to go walkabout. Ah, it's not. It's on the end of this one. Okay. Right. It's actually on the end of the cable that I was looking for. I'm no good. No one uses a CB radio by whistling. Now I know. I know. It's just trying to get a peak on it, Harvey. What method would you suggest then for altering the deviation? Ideally, I'd do it by the book and inject the tone directly into the microphone socket at fixed level. But the service manual isn't to hand at the moment. Right, let's connect it up to my scope. Let's go in channel 1. Warlow. Yeah. Someone said T. A lot of people whistling on the CB back in the day. Yeah. They do more than whistling. Okay. As you can see, I've got 100 microvolts on. Can hear the tone. So just get the camera on the scope. Let's get the camera on the scope. So there's our 100 microvolts for speaker. Let's just give it a tweak, see if we can do anything. I'm pretty sure I've already done this though. Yeah, I'd already done it. There we go. So yeah, that one's already done. Not a lot more I can do to that one. A lot of people talked a load of crap. It certainly did. CB radio is created for people who love to annoy and be annoyed. What are you saying about me, Doug? Okay. So deviation was just this one down here that I altered. That one there. For deviation. As I say, it's set at 13.7 volts at the moment, 13.8. So we can put that one to bed. So I'm going to whip the cases back off of it at some stage and just I would say stick it through the dishwasher, but probably would be a good idea actually. So where's my cases? Let's get them back on. And these need a bit of hammerite or zinc paint just to stop that rust going anywhere. Let's say it's not 100% yet. Let's put the case back on and then we'll give it an on the air test. Which one is positive and which one is negative? It doesn't actually say, but that's positive there. I think number 4 is a positive. I wonder if anybody's on CB in North Devon today. I think Vernon just popped in and said he can't give me a rig check because he's out and about. And there's somewhere I've got a nice bag of brand new black japanned screws, but I can't remember whether these had black or silver in these. I think they had black. I could check my other one, couldn't I? Or did I take that back out again? No, I didn't. It's just there. Yeah, black. Black screws. Afternoon, Matt, the lesser spotted. How are you? I do like your name, the lesser spotted. Oh, that's a brand new one there, look. Oh, brilliant. Nice one there, Anthony. I did look at that Amazon affiliate thing because people are always asking me where I got these bits and pieces. And, if I could put links in the descriptions, that would help people, but I just couldn't really work out how the hell it worked. I signed up for it and then promptly unsigned up for it. Okay, we're nearly there. One thing you hated about CB owners is the slide mount bolted to the top case. Yeah, that was horrible. You used to the Falcon one, but went missing. What's that, Anthony? Falcon CB? There we are, all back together. Let me have a look then. Let's stick the... No, that's a bit of a mic tree, that one, isn't it? But no, it is a nice sounding mic, so we'll put the static in there. I have somewhere got an original static as well. Well, I know where it is, down here on the floor. This has got an adapter on it to convert from Uniden to Cybernet. It's just an inline mic connector. Right, so let's put some power in it again. I'm going to leave it on its internal speaker just so we can make sure that it works, and let's connect it up to the Antron 99, or Solarcon 99 as it is. Let's get that over the back of the chair. Turn the test set off for a minute. Annoying. So my power line adapter for the broadband downstairs is disconnected, so that's not going to interfere, so we should have fairly good reception. So let me just change cameras again a minute. Let me just change cameras. Let's get this one back down onto the bench. Oh. There was somebody on there then. 19 for a rig check. Anybody let me know if I'm getting out, please. "19 for a Roger then. Anybody let me know if I'm working? Well, you know it is. You've seen poor old Richard, UKCB radio servicing, shouting for ages and no response. Well, to be fair, we usually do get somebody up and about here. Let's just prop that up a bit higher so you can have a bit better look at the front of it. That does look better, doesn't it? Let's have a flick around. Bear in mind I've got the squelch on. Threshold. "14 for a copy. Anyone buy the 14? No, nobody monitors 14 anymore. 19 for a copy. Anybody buy the 19? "19 for a Roger. Just repaired this rig. Anyone let me know if it's working, please?" Anyone buy 40? Let me know if I'm working. See, some of the local farmers and that use the radio around here. So, oh hello, that's big. I'm so big. I'm so big. Let me get me smaller. Make it me smaller. On the side. On the side. There is somebody there, but they're quite a way away. Vernon. 5x5 peaking without a mic. Oh, you can hear me, Vernon, can you? Excellent. 19 for a rig check or a Roger or anything. Someone let me know if I am working, please. That's always frustrating, isn't it? Shall we arm at Mrs. Cruncher? Let's arm Mrs. Cruncher. That's always good for a laugh, isn't it? Let's arm Mrs. Cruncher. She loves it. She loves it. Okay, so let me zoom myself back down again a minute. Stick myself down in the corner here. Let me arm Mrs. Cruncher with a radio a minute. Let's give her the if I can get it untangled. I think she's back. We'll give Mrs. Cruncher the Midland 42. Let's go to channel 21. We'll go because there's somebody on 20. And let's go to low power. Let's just key up. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Yeah, that works. We got plus 30 signal. No surprise there, really, is it? Right. Let's just take that. Let's take that down to Mrs. Cruncher. We'll get a quick radio check a minute. If she's about. I don't know if she's gone out. But no, I'm going out with the doggies. I've got to be done by 5-ish. Can you give us a radio check, Mrs. Cruncher, please? Channel 21. Right, Mrs. Cruncher is armed and dangerous. It's a shame we haven't got a camera downstairs for Mrs. Cruncher in it, really, but I don't think she'd allow that. Right. I'm a little baby down the bottom. It's a bit too small, isn't it? Whew. It's puffed me out, that's going down the stairs like that. Right, let's have a look. Let's go to low power. Mrs. Cruncher, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, Christ, you're coming through good.
So are you now, I've put the volume up.
The volume does help. What can you tell us today then? Have you got any stories for us?
No, I've just been to Bridgman's, got all the bits that you were probably meant to get. Dog food, blade mash, corn, bedding.
The business then. The business. I was supposed to do that, was I, do you think?
Well, yeah, I would have thought so, being the bell of shavings is quite heavy to carry.
Ooh. Well, you can get them to chuck it in the boot and you can leave it, can't you?
No, it's all packed away.
Excellent. No worries. Well, it sounds good to you then, yeah?
Yeah, no, you're very clear.
Very, very clear. Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Please do not call again.
Try not to. Thank you. I've got another one to test in a minute, though. There you go. It works. Mrs. C. Normal. 19 for a Roger. Anyone let me know if I'm working? No. There you are. Well, it does work, and it sounds quite nice. It's turned out a nice little radio, actually, isn't it? Quite pleased with that. There you are. York JCB863. Pretty much done. Pretty much done. So I've managed it to you up in Braunton there, did I, Vernon? Excellent. That's a fair old trip. Anyone got a scrap chassis or crystals for the JWR signal that they want? Are you looking for the transmit and receive crystals, Clint, are you? Are you the chap that was going to do me a video on converting one? I know someone messaged me and said that they were going to do a video on how to convert one. But no, unfortunately I haven't got the crystals. If it's the transmit and receive crystals you're after, I've obviously got the 10.24 crystals, which you can still buy from Mauser, actually, I think it is, or Farnell. I don't know, I got them from somewhere. Just needs a bracket and a plastic cast screws to finish it. Bracket and plastic cast screws. Oh, Falcon chip lifter, right, I see what you're saying, yeah. I've got one of these other chip lifters, one of these, Anthony. Chip lifter. They're quite good for the bigger ones, but I'd quite like one of those like automatic type ones, the chrome ones, but they're quite expensive. Again, I don't use them an awful lot, so I'm just putting all these little screws back together. So there we are. That's done. You can get the plastic side screws, Harvey, for these. Knights still sell them. I think Thunderpulse sell them as well. So it's not perfect, but it's a very good, honest set. It's working perfectly. You know, cosmetically now it's pretty good. Just needs a bit of a clean on the case. There's a hole. Someone's put a, I don't know, someone's put an external socket in there at some stage for some bizarre reason. I don't know why, but it's sort of on the side out the way, so there you are. So I should probably stick that one on my website with a brand new coffin mic for it, which would have been originally the correct mic, the coffin one. Okay. Next up then, Harrier CBX. Again, nude. The big problems with these is, again, it's the front panels on them. So what I've done, I've got some grey paint. I've touched up all the little nicks and dings and everything in it with the grey paint, and then I've gone over it with clear coat, two coats of clear. You can see, if I shine the light on it, you can sort of see roughly where I've touched it up. But as far as Harrier CBX front panels go, this is one of the best. They're really prone to rubbing, especially around this area. Yes, very often that was totally gone. But this one looks pretty good. So I've just got to think about what I'm going to reattach it to the front there with. I'm not really sure at the moment, but that's it with its front panel on. You can see it's in pretty good condition. Now this one I bought this one as a working radio on eBay, and when it arrived, lo and behold, surprise, surprise, it wasn't working. One of the digits was out. One of the segments was out on the channel display. So you know, I contacted the seller, said, look, you know, it ain't as you said. One of the segments is out. He's like, oh yeah, well it's all right from time to time. When it warms up, it's okay. It's like, all right, okay. Anyway, he won't have none of it. So I decided to keep the radio because they are very difficult to get a decent one. And it turned out I got the microscope and there's a joint on the channel selector board. Dry joint, lo and behold, nothing new there. Seems like these are prone to dry joints. Just I got a load of this dried glue all over it. Need to get all that off, really. I don't want to stick my nice new newly painted dial plate over the top of that, really. But stick it on for now anyway. I'll put it on temporarily. Now I have got all the screws and everything for this one. And I believe there was a bracket with this as well. Again, these all need cleaning up really, but we'll stick them on for now temporarily. Delta tune is on the switch on that one, so it's going to be upright. Channel selector. Yeah, so I've got a bit more work to do on this yet. I thought I was there, but I obviously not. And the mic gain. Right, let's get this one set up then and see what's going on with this one. Now, I don't think I've had this one on the test set. All I've done is sorted out the dry joint. That's all I've done on this one. So this one's a bit of an unmolested set totally. So where's our webcam? Let's go there. Let's get rid of me. And so this is another Cybernet 134 chassis. Always deemed to be the best, really. There was two camps really with CB radio back in the day. You were either Uniden or you were Cybernet, one or the other. So let's pop the receive jumper in for now, so we don't get any feedback then. Power on there, power on there. Sure enough, it's receiving, but that's not receiving great. Why is that? RF gain, that's why. There you go, channel off. High low power. Nice radio this, very nice. Mic gain all the way up, RF gain up. So the needle's a bit generous, saying we're plus 30 there. We should be S9 at 100 microvolts. Let's turn it down to 1 microvolt. Right, let's sort out the camera again, get it over onto the test set, and we'll have a look, see what it's doing. Use double-sided carpet tape to hold the front on. Yeah, that's tempting, isn't it? Okay, let's get the test set over into the camera and we'll have a look, see what this one's doing. And so I've not tuned this one up or anything as far as I know. Right. Just go a bit bigger with the test set. As I say, it looks tiny on my screen, but I've only got a little tiny window here, so it probably is quite large. Well, you can actually see it in the background here as well, which is a bit disconcerting, isn't it? Go stick me in there, look. And stick me in number 3. Stick me, I can stick me over there, look. There you go. Hello, how are you? Right, so let's have a quick look and see what it's doing for 12 dB sine then. That gains up, RF gains up. So let's go on. So it's doing 0.33. For 12 dB sine, so that's not bad, is it? Let's write that down. So look at the squelch. Squelch is a bit generous, but let's say the meter needs a line in. So let's have a look at it on transmit. Let's pop the other jumper in. This might not even be transmitting. Well, it's only doing 3.75 watts, so slightly down. Frequency's pretty much bang on though, 79129. Again, we don't really need to touch that. 2.8. Again, as it warms up, it'll probably drop. But yeah, 3.75. Let's try it on channel 40. 3.75. Channel 1. So it's balanced. It's just not trimmed. That's not a problem, we can do that. Let me think. Okay. Let's have a look at the detector. Shall we do the transmit first? We'll do the transmit first, I think, actually. We'll do the transmit alignment first. So I'm going to use my little box of tricks to do that, and the scope, well, for the start of it anyway. Actually, I'm supposed to do the VCO voltage first, aren't I? But I mean, it must be in lock because it wouldn't be working else. Let's just connect that to my scope. just turn me off as well for a second. Let's go over to the scope, because it sort of says you should do the first alignment for maximum deflection on the scope, I believe. And I'm doing this from memory because I haven't got my hands on the service manual. Don't know where that is offhand. Probably not far away, because I do have quite a lot of these sets, but I have done enough of them now to roughly know what I'm up to. Right. Okay. Right, so I've got it connected via my box of tricks, which is just the ferrite in there and a couple other bits of componentry. You don't need to look back on one of my older videos if you want to know how to build that. So if I turn it on, see the RF on the scope. Channel 20 really. Just alter that. There we are. Nice. A little bit bright, isn't it? Turn that off, does that make any difference? No, not really. A little bit difference. So I'm going to do these two first in here. We probably need to get the overhead camera in. Let's do that. So I'm not going to spend ages aligning this. I'm just going to give it a quick once over. Wrong one. I want that as number 3 picture in picture. No, I don't. I want that as number 3 picture in picture. So I'll make that a little bit bigger. As I say, it's difficult because I can't see how big it is on your screen, so I can only see how big it is on my screen here. There we go. Right. So the idea is to, I'm not really worried about the, just turn that off a second. I'm not really worried about the test set for a minute, I just want to get that at maximum. So let me get the right tools in here. What have we got? Where's my twiddlers? How are we doing for time? 10-2. So probably not going to have a chance to do the receive today, but we'll do the transmit. And that is going to be that one there, I believe. Yes. Right. So I'm just going to do these 3 for maximum on the scope. That's pretty much peaked anyway. This one peaked, and this one peaked. Okay, so that's that section done. Let's disconnect that, stick the test set straight back into it. Don't like anything in between really, unless I've obviously got to have it in between. I'm probably going to have to go and find the manual for this, because I've got to trim these 3 now. This one, and this one. In fact, would that be better off in the main camera? Yeah, let's put that one there, back up there. Sorry, messing about with the cameras. You don't need that scope anymore anyway, so I don't know what the hell I got that up for even. So we need the test set now. So let me get this camera on the test set. It does help having this test set, I must admit. It was something that I didn't really want to spend the money on it, but I'm glad I did, to be fair. It's been worth its weight in gold. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Right, let's find me, I need to find me hexagonal tool a minute. Which is one of these, I think it's that one. Yeah, okay. Right. Turn them on. So what have we got after doing those first two? So we're up to 3.85. So let's peak this. 3.88, 3.9, 4, 4.2. Sorry, my arm's in the way. 4.4, 4.5, 4.6. Oh. This one's this one's mental, so it's peaked at about 5.15 watts. Let's go the other way now. Yeah, it's dropping us. Let's just turn that off, because that'll get quite hot, the outputs. Where's the output on this one? Right, just peak that again. So that's like 5.08, I think, is about the best we get on it. 5. It's dropping as it's heating up, see? On to the next one, which is that one. And the last one. Flipping heck. Well, this one will do 6.3 watts. Hell. Right, let me go and find the manual a minute. I just need to wind it back down in the correct manner. So it's certainly been tweaked, that one. Let's see if I can find the Rotel service manual here a minute. Looks like it's going to rain out there. Right. What's the better way to find the Rotel 240 service manual now? Yeah, it's very rare that they'll do 6 watts like that. I can't find my service manual now. I've got an original service manual for that, and I've also got a copy of it. I tend to use the copy as my working one. That's that one. I've got all my old adverts there, that. Well, there's all my CB stuff. Yeah, lots of different rigs, but have we got the Rotel 240, CB1000, Amstrad. We've got realistic, audio line, yeah, everything but everything but the Rotel 240. That must mean it's actually in my room there somewhere. That must mean it is actually here somewhere in the room. There's the planet. There's the PLL handbook. All my accounts stuff. No, that's the Cybernet. No, it's not Cybernet. That's a Uniden manual. Is that so? No. Okay. It is here somewhere because I saw it the other day when I was looking for something. Organisation at its best. Oh well, I'm going to have to look it up unless anyone knows it off the top of their head. Harvey probably does. I'm pretty sure it's this one. This one down to... No, I'm not going to guess it. Mike! Look in the rubbish bin. Oh, Mike, you can't say that. How you doing, mate? Look in the rubbish bin. Sacrilege. What is... Yeah, it's bizarre. This is the problem, Mike. Every time you tidy up, you lose stuff, don't you? I lose stuff. Literally was here the other day because I saw it. I thought, oh, yeah, I'm going to need that. I'll keep that out. I'll keep that out because I'm going to need it. Right, let me just find it a minute. Let me just find it. Let me just find it. How are we doing anyway? Afternoon, Jess, how are you? When is the fence warming party? Well, you never know. Let's see if I can get this service info up for the Rotel 240 a minute. Here we go. I'm in. Right, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right, so RF power, blah 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 blah. Just RV5. No. Maximum rotate L4 clockwise to obtain 4.4 and L9 counterclockwise to, so L4 and L9 are the two that I got to do. So it's nice that they've not actually listed them, so I need to look at the layout. Yeah, it's unusual for them not to screen print it on the board, but L9 is the last one, and L4. So this is L4 and this is L9. So the green one is L9. L4 clockwise to obtain 4.4. L4 clockwise to obtain 4.4. Okay. So that one there, clockwise, 4.4, and then the other one anti-clockwise to 3.8. Well, we won't be doing that, but so we need to be down on this meter. Pop it into transmit. 6.3. So this one's clockwise. Says to 4.4. And then this one anti-clockwise till we get to 4 really. There we go. Sorted. So let's have a look, see what that's like on 40. .98 and channel 1 3.98. Bang on. Job done. Job done. I've got a massive great picture up here again, haven't I? Let's just zoom me back out a bit. I don't really want to be so big. Not so big as that. Right. So there we are. It's sorted for transmit anyway, for sure. Four, pretty much bang on. As I say, it's surprising it went over 6 watts, that one. I don't think the output transistors would last that long at 6. The output and the driver will probably go first, but yeah, it's not getting overly hot, to be fair. So yeah, certainly capable of over 6 watts, look. If you give it the beans. I'm not going to mess about with the receive on it today. We'll do receive another day, but transmit's pretty much done. I've got to find something to stick the front panel back on. I've got to put these all these knobs in the ultrasonic cleaner, get them nice and squeaky clean. So that's pretty much all we got time for today. At least we've got the York 863 all done and back together. Again, just a bit of a clean up on that one, and job done. Hi Ganesh, how are you? Sorry I didn't see you pop in there, mate. Have I missed anyone else? I don't think I have. It's snowing there, Graham, is it? Flippin' heck. Okay. So that's it for today, people. Thanks for joining me. It's not everybody's cup of tea, CB, I know. But it's radio. It's still a receiver end of the day. And you get to hear Mrs. Cruncher talking to us. And you get to see a couple classic old CB radios. So, as I say, a little bit more work to do on that one, but not a lot. Because I'm sure I can bring the receive up from 0.33, which is still pretty good, to be fair. I'm sure I can better that though. Should be able to get it down in the 0.2s. Not yet had one that's 0.1 something, so I will do one day, I'm sure. No worries, Anthony. Glad you've enjoyed that. So I'm on dog walking duty now, so I need to get myself shifted, get myself changed, and then out with the doggies. It does look like it's going to rain. I think it has been raining. Ooh. I can see a bit of rain on the window. There you are. No snow here, Graham, but we have got rain. And hopefully you got my my email there, Graham, Video Monkey. Early hours of this morning. So glad to hear that you're getting on well with your Crossley, mate. So we got any more questions or anything before I shoot? I'll be back on Sunday. Now I have got to do this Commodore 64. I've got to get a Commodore 64 working for my mate because he wants one on loan. And I've also got this little Sony World Band lenses to look at. The one that's got the battery damage, or it could be capacitors. I suspect it's batteries. This one's going to be interesting. This could be impossible to fix. It depends how bad that's got into the board. Cheers all. Catch you on Sunday. Bye for now. Be good, stay safe, and all the rest of it.